What's up, everybody? It's kind of an impromptu start to the video here. Last you saw, we put the wheels on the back of the Mustang over by that tree over there, and I dragged it all the way over here at the mower with the little mower that could. Picture here of it being dragged. It works surprisingly well. I gotta give it to it. But anyways, the shell car has been here for all yesterday and all day today, where I've been working on it, getting it ready, getting it gutted essentially. And as you can see, a lot has been done. The car is almost fully gutted and cleaned out, and boy, it was a fucking mess. A lot of ants, a lot of bugs, but we got the whole steering rack and dash out. I might try and use this for something else. I might not. We'll see. I might reuse the core support out of the orange car and reuse this dash pad just because this one's in better shape. Well, not better shape, but it's not cut up. It's cut up for the old cage on the other one. We'll see. Or I might try and reuse this one just because I like the double din dash support versus the single din. It's just spaced out a little differently on the inside right there. And then come over here to the pile of garbage. This is sound deadening off the firewall. This is where the majority of ants were. I'll put a picture here of where all the ants were right here. And it was bad. And they're all like... I found where all the ants were. That's a lot of ants. I'm gonna go grab the vacuum them up, because fuck them motherfuckers. But yeah, no more ants at least. Right here, and it was bad. And they're all like tiny little sugar ants, or like I call them Kissimmee ants, just as a joke from my paintball days. But this is the rest of the interior. The old carpet that was waterlogged and full of bugs, and the headliner and everything, and yeah, that's all garbage. This is full of moth, dirt dauber nests and wasp nests. This is full of roaches and bugs. Very gross. Do not want to touch this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it to throw it away, but here it sits. And then, of course, we have the actual car itself, which is gutted out. I actually even got the main body harness over here fully pulled out because I don't know if I've said this or not. This car is going to get rewired completely from the ground up. I'm going to reuse a bunch of connectors. Like, I'm leaving the door wiring pretty much alone because I'm not going to reuse this switch and stuff anyways. So like this will come out itself, but the wires for the motor will still be passed through into the into here. So like this connector will probably go away, but this one won't. This one will get reused for the windows. But you know, I'm redoing the taillight, so I'll like reuse the taillight connector here just because this is all weather kept already, but the rest is not. So yeah. So it's getting kind of dark. I'm going to probably end this clip here and come back to you the next day when we are taking dry ice to the sound deadening, or we are taking the windshield out. I don't know which yet. I got to get this cleaned up and get wrapped up for the night here. So cut to the next clip. Alright, so the next step in getting the car ready for a cage is getting rid of this front glass. As you see, we've moved it back over here. It's a new fresh day. It's actually the evening time, but this glass is shattered as shit. So obviously, this isn't going to be able to stay regardless. So I just need to get this out. And I don't feel like paying a bunch of money to have a professional come remove this when I can get a Harbor Freight removal kit. So here, I'm going to sit here and watch me struggle and fight with this to get this out. So, yeah, this will be fun. Alright, so I've kept working a little bit. Kind of got up to here and got a little happy with the crowbar and kind of broke it. And the problem is now that this wire comes up through the glass and doesn't want to cut the actual adhesive. And this is also a lot of fucking effort for something that shouldn't be this much effort on a windshield I don't care about. And I've kind of come to the conclusion that this option is stupid and dumb, and it would work great if I was trying to save the windshield, but I give zero fucks about saving the windshield I want to. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Sawzall. I'm just going to Sawzall through this motherfucker all the way around, and then once that's done, pop this out, throw it away, and then we'll take a plastic chisel and chisel out the urethane right here, clean it up, sand it down if I got to. But yeah, that sounds a lot more optimal than this, so let's go ahead and do that. It's out. Woo! She is heavy. Be careful, be careful, be careful. And air chisel. New windshield cleaning cheat code. Air chisel. That worked way too fucking well. There's a couple little dented spots, but honestly, I don't even think it would affect it because they use a glue. It's not just like a seal. They use an actual glue. And it's only a little divot in a couple spots. Yeah, I gotta clean all this out of the car now, but yeah, that worked well. I'm genuinely impressed. So, glasses everywhere. I'm gonna clean as much of the big stuff out now that I can, but other than that, I'll probably leave all the vacuuming of the little stuff to tomorrow because there's a lot of glass and it's dark out and I can barely fucking see. But good to know. If you need to get glass out, cut the glass out with a Sawzall. And then when you need to get the seal off, you take an air hammer with a angled chisel bit and just chisel it off. Cool. Alrighty. We're back. It's Friday night or evening. It's starting to get dark, so trying to get started on this, but I'm gonna get this done tonight. Goal is remove all this sound deadening, that sound deadening back there, over there, over there. We're gonna start over here. I went and spent 30 bucks and got 10 pounds of dry ice. It comes in 2 blocks. They didn't have pellets, but I'm gonna set those in there and start letting cool the stuff off so I can break it free. I will say, wear gloves. This shit is extremely cold. I touched it for the plastic. I touched it through the plastic bag for maybe 3 seconds to move it into the box here, and it nearly burned my fingers. Like, these fingers are a little raw. They aren't burned, but they're a little raw from touching. I was like, damn, that's cold. So, got those in there. Throw them in there, and we'll get started. So I got this block sitting here on a spot, and this block broken up on this back area. I'm just going to see which one works better. This is obviously going to melt faster because it's broken up. I'm starting to think this might not be the way, just because I kind of left this block sitting here for a couple minutes on that spot, and it chipped right up, but it left all that black gunk behind, which is like, well, if I'm going to do that, I can just use the heat gun. So, we'll see. This has been sitting here for a minute, so I'm going to see about trying to break some of it up. Like right there. Let's give her a smack. Like, it's like breaking up, but not great. So I'll report back to you. Alright, so we're here in the car. Got that dry ice block over there, and it's not working very well. This area had already came up naturally before I even tried anything. This area, I had the dry ice on for like 10-15 minutes, and it got hard. It chiseled up a little bit, and then didn't really do much else. And it's still really cold, but yeah, this was a waste of money, unfortunately. And I did the same thing right here. And like you can see, it kind of chips up, but not good enough. This was a waste of $33, a waste of my time. I could have probably had at least one of these sections done by now, but you live and you learn. So it looks like I'm going to spend the rest of the night here with the heat gun and a chisel, just toiling away. So I'll get you a clip of once I've fucking started all that. I might play around, throw some dry ice in a bucket, just have some fun with it for the time being. But yep, I guess you get what you pay for. I should have just stuck with the heat gun. Well, I figured if the dry ice isn't working, I at least have some fun with it. Now the car's haunted. That's a cool effect. I like that. It's just a bucket of water. So, we are here. It is 12:30 at night. I lost 2 hours going to pick somebody up, but I'm back. As you can see, I got it all scraped off over here. I'm not too worried about the residue left over. I'm going to come back with a wire wheel and just wire wheel everything with my 4.5-inch wire wheel. So that is it for me tonight on this part. Tomorrow, going to get this side and this side that I'm standing in done. Inside the back seats. Up here and back there. It's just a little bit right there. Right around this area. And then the 2 spots in the back and these 2 spots here. These are all nice, square, and easy to get to. That was the pain in the butt one. That is hard to do anything with because you got to crawl up and go over, and there's nooks and crannies everywhere. And then these 2 areas are big, and then the stuff on the wheel wells. This stuff is just literally a small square. Like, outline right there, square. Most of it's surface side. Same thing here, square. It's a little difficult in there. And then this piece is just a flat surface that comes off, and that one's literally just a small patch. I don't even know why that one's over there, but yeah. I'm tired. I'm gonna go take a shower and resume working on this tomorrow. Alright, progress update. I finished scraping all the sound deadening up. I gotta vacuum and clean up some more, but it's the entire car, all the sound deadening is scraped up, even on the wheel wells. You can see my big heavy bucket of sound deadening. And now comes the less shitty part, but still shitty part. That's like a double entendre. Not double entendre, but just like a double punch the gut is wire wheeling all this down because you want to get all the glue up so the paint doesn't have any issues. Plus, you know, it looks bad. And I'm also go ahead and hitting all the seam sealer I can in places where I know I'm going to be welding just to try and make it so it's less in the way. But yeah, so it is Saturday evening. I'm going to go to a bonfire tonight and just chill out because I've been working on this since Friday night. Hopefully tomorrow we'll come back and we'll finish knocking all this out, pressure wash the car off, and back it in to the shop to get ready to put the cage in it. But yeah, this has been an update. I'm tired. I got to get more wire wheels. I'm also going to get a better light from Harbor Freight. I love this Braun light. It has worked amazing for me. It's over a year old now. I use the ever-living shit out of it. It's ridden on the bottom of my car for hot laps, but it's starting to feel it. It still works. I'm still going to keep it and use it for a bunch of things, but they sell a newer, slightly bigger one that I want to get that has longer runtime, so we're going to snag that along with more wire wheels, and we're going to come back tomorrow morning and get back to her. Alrighty, so I'm just about exhausted. I've been sand grinding all day. All that's left is the back part of this wheel well here and the back part of that wheel well there. All the cleanup stuff, but all the big stuff is out. It's wire wheel down. If you do see dark spots, it's not like tar or anything. That's just some leftover paint where like all the residue came off. And like I don't need to go all the way down to the paint in most of the places. I just need to get the sound deadening residue off. I'm not doing the wheel wells yet just because I got to get in those with a hand drill. Plus I got to take away a bunch of this seam sealer. So when I get it in, I'll jack it up and take those and drop the shocks through to get to that. But yeah, it's 5:30, running out of light. So what I'm gonna do, pull everything out, give it one more quick vacuum, pull it back, pull it forward here, pressure wash it off real quick. That'll take me 5 minutes. And then while it's drying, because I want to just pressure wash mainly the outside because it's dirty. I should have done it before I stripped the metal, but not the end of the world. Once it's inside, I'll be working in there a lot. So pressure wash it real quick, get everything cleaned off so this isn't completely filthy, as it has been sitting out for a couple years. once that's done, while that's drying, I should say. While that's drying, I'll clean up in there, make room to pull it, and then I'll back it in with the mower into the shop. And then it'll be the end of this video because it'll be officially time to start on the cage. But without further ado, I need to get this done. I'm losing light. Well, it's inside now, so there's that. A lot more effort than I want it to be. But it's been sitting for a day and no flash rust on any of the areas. I dried it off, so it should be good. All that's really left now is to, well, put the cage in it, which will be the next video. I actually got the cage kit sitting right there. Right there, just in case the camera didn't pick it up. Regardless, that's going to call up here for this video. If you like it, want to tell me how I'm an idiot and did something wrong, comments are down below. A like goes a long way to helping the algorithm recognize me, and if you want to see more, give it a subscribe. Until then, I'll catch you all in the next video.